Here are the spring summer fashion trends to look forward to in 2023. Now disclaimer, these are trends and by no means necessary do you have to follow them. I just find that a lot of people who are looking for new ways to evolve their style usually find new inspiration within trends. But we're gonna hop right into the first topic, which is gonna be brands. Now when it comes to brands, I personally think that there are certain brands that kill it way more in spring summer than any other season. Now I'm not saying that they only do well during these seasons, but I think certain brands have a deeper understanding of summer product, whether it be accessories, colorways, cuts, whatever it may be. Now to crack it off, Diesel gotta be the first brand on the list that really kills it in these spring summer seasons. Now whether it's men or women, I think that they make a lot of different innovative tops and bottoms and accessories when it comes to making products for spring summer. They killed it recently with the whole rebranding situation and have really just kind of found their way into the youth and making it a fun season for everybody. The next name in there gotta be Kid Super. Now I know a lot of people didn't know about this name previous to the Louis Vuitton collaboration, but I think that Kid Super really has a lot of fun colorways and new ideas when it comes to garments, whether it be his face design that kind of cuts away in certain ways and makes the construction of the garment feel new, even if it is a garment that we've seen a bunch of times. But alongside Kid Super, I'm gonna be honest, I know a lot of people try to get Balenciaga up out of here, but if we keep it in 100, Balenciaga ain't going nowhere, and they just make such great product that it just finds its way into every picture on social media. I think they really kill it with new ideas and pieces that really people don't think of, even if it's a meme or kind of over the top. I think that it really grabs people's attention. It really makes you think about garments differently, and they also really just have a cool, youthful spin to a lot of the items. Like if I was to count how many times I've seen a Balenciaga dupe on Amazon, that right there should tell you how big of a brand and how much weight they're carrying when it comes to these seasons. I think the last brand that I would throw in there would probably be Vinci. Now I've seen them use a lot of different colorways in their recent spring summer collection, so I think people will really enjoy that palette. They also made a layered t-shirt last season. I feel like it's just going to be such a cool piece for the spring summer. It's innovative. People already like to layer, and if you can do that with a garment that is summer related, you got you a hit. Next up in categories, we got prints and colors, and I'm not gonna lie to you, all black, it don't look like it's going nowhere anytime soon. Now I know black really isn't a trendy color just because black and white can't really trend. They're like the base staple of colors. But in the same breath, I think that the quote unquote dark aesthetic can kind of be a trend. So that seems to be a heavy baseline for a lot of people's wardrobe nowadays, and it just doesn't seem to be going anywhere. I know a lot of people don't like to wear black in the summer, but honestly, I think that we just gonna have one of them summers. I'm not gonna lie, on the exact opposite end, I think that people will feel very refreshed to see either all white outfits or just outfits with color in general. With us just being exposed to so much all black, I think every once in a while when somebody switches it up, it's like, wow, you know what I'm saying? That was really nice. So with that being said, splashing some color into your all black outfits, or maybe just doing a complete 360 and making an all colorful outfit or an all white outfit might be the vibes. Now that kind of segues me into tie-dye / bleach dye. There is a little bit of a difference, and I would say that because I see a lot of people wearing denim. So every time that I see a bleach dye combo, it's usually on denim, and every time it's tie-dye, it's probably on cotton or an accessory or something like that. But I've definitely seen it in a lot of different garments as far as shirts, denims, jackets, pants, obviously, but a little bit more in the tops than the bottoms. Now, before we get into the top section, I did want to lightly cover the materials section because I think there are a few materials that might be in for this spring summer. And the first one, oddly, is probably going to be leather, but very, very calm leather. You might see some leather shorts, you might see some leather sandals, you might see some leather accessories. I think that leather is still gonna find its way in there, even though it's not gonna be like a big bulky bomber jacket or trucker jacket or something like that. I think people will find a way to throw that material in there just because it's such an elegant texture to kind of mix and match within outfits. So I think that leather will be in there. I also find knits to find its way in there. Now, I'm not talking about your big heavy wool cashmere knits. I'm talking about your very, very lightly knitted pieces. Now, you don't often see very thin knit items just because I think it's a very hard process to make factory wise, but You will see it in a lot of very thin shirts. You'll probably see it in a lot of overlaying pieces, whether it be mesh tops, whether it be those kind of loose knit throwovers. You're just gonna see a lot of that because that's pretty much the only way you're gonna be able to consistently layer without getting hot. Now with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and move into tops, and like I just covered, I think mesh tops will be in there. You have a wide variety of mesh tops. You have, of course, knits. You have actual mesh, like jersey type material. But I kind of already covered that. So the next top category I would say would be a lot of biker gear. Now I know we've all kind of seen biker leather jackets and stuff like that, but I think just the racing shirts, whether that be the long sleeve or short sleeve or just those tighter type of things that people wear when they are riding bikes, I think that you're gonna see a lot of that in this season. We've seen various different brands try to roll with this aesthetic. I think they kind of paired it along with the biker leather jacket, so everything else is kind of like a descendant from that. I've also seen a lot of consistent Western wear in various collections for the spring summer season, whether it be tops or bottoms. I think that you will just see this type of Western aesthetic in people's wardrobe. Part of me feels like it's because of festival season. I know a lot of people go full Western when it comes to festivals. I don't know why, but it just kind of seems like that is the dress code, almost to say. I think it will be a more modern twist to a lot of Western items. Last but not least, we got pleats or plissé, and of course we already know what brand comes to mind when it comes to that, and it's got to be Issey Miyake. Now Issey Miyake really honed in on this technique, and if you don't know about pleats, basically it's just pleated material that looks very, very good when it comes to different type of airflows or just the whole overall flowiness of the way that it moves on body when it has movement. But because of its light, airy feel, I think that it would be very easy to combine that within whatever you're wearing for spring, summer. Now I also take that and I segue into the pants topics because we will see that in pants as well. Now I personally tried on a pair of Issey Miyake pleats not too long ago, and honestly it felt like I wasn't wearing pants, and I'm not even exaggerating. Like, it's so lightweight, it's so breathable, it just moves so beautifully on the body, and whether you want to buy pleated pants or shorts, it's a win-win in whatever category you go in. But moving on to topics, we are probably not getting rid of anything baggy this spring, summer, so you'll definitely see a combination of baggy shorts or baggy pants. Obviously, you'll see a lot of parachute joints in there. You'll see just denim shorts that are just way more widely cut than your normal denim shorts. I see a lot of people wearing nylon, so that seems to be a very good material of choice when it comes to shorts or bottoms in general. But that's for sure gonna be the vibes. And I'm gonna tell you why I like the baggy aesthetic so well is because I feel like people are starting to pay more attention to proportions than brands. Now, there's nothing wrong with paying attention to brands, but what I'm saying is people are really learning how to dress better, either for their body type or to just have a better aesthetic overall. So now the pants combo gotta be fire with the shoe combo. So the next topic that I got is gotta be footwear. I kind of made a whole entire video about this, so if you would like to see that video, maybe I'll leave a tag up or something that you guys can go watch that. But obviously shoes, you're definitely gonna see a lot of clogs and mules. You know, one of my personal favorites has gotta be Crocs now, because they got them chunky joints and I've been wearing them every day, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Obviously we see people wear like Birkenstocks, you got the togas, you got Suey Cokes. There's just such a wide variety of clogs nowadays that you can easily just find them anywhere. Alongside that, you got loafers. Now loafers I always explain as being like the summer boot. Now if you don't want to wear a heavy boot or something that's mid or high top, loafers are usually made in a low cut version, and if you get the chunky ones, they give off that same aesthetic as a boot anyways. Easy combo if your style is a little bit more mature or you just aren't really a sneaker person. But in that same breath, for my sneaker people, I definitely see a lot of runners. So I explained that Asics, you got your New Balances, Solomons, a bunch of different options when it comes to runners. You have so many different models and different silhouettes and shapes that you could go with that easily you should be able to find something that you're looking for. Now last but definitely not least, we got accessories. Now this is gonna be the cherry on top to your outfit, so you're gonna wanna make sure you pay attention to this section right here. The first trend that I've been seeing recently is gotta be chunky jewelry. Now I kind of fall into this category because I made the heavy bat necklace not too long long ago, and I feel like that is what people explain as chunky jewelry. I also have seen some very exaggerated earrings, seen rings as well. Just anything that's not so thin, I definitely see people rocking a lot in the summertime. Now, don't get me wrong, the thin jewelry is gonna hit as well, because heavy jewelry, it does go along with everything, but sometimes you don't want to be that loud, so you'll definitely see thin jewelry. You also see a lot of rosary. I've seen so much rosary within the past like couple of months, whether it be these super long chains. I've seen gold kind of creep in there as well, but overall you can't really miss with the chains, but I have seen the chunky ones. Now I feel like we just chunky everything, because the next thing that I wrote down is chunky glasses as well. I'm sure y'all seen brands like Loafers make these very exaggerated bubble feel type of glasses. That has carried along in a bunch of different brands. I think that us just over exaggerating everything is a cool artistic twist to making something feel a little bit more fun and alive. We all see the basic sunglasses all the time, so when you switch something up, people are interested. Now, I know I named off a whole bunch of trends just now, but I'm not gonna lie, this was one of the hardest videos to make, just because I feel like the recent day and age that we're in, with just TikTok and so much being force fed to us, it almost seems like there is no solid trends, which I mean might be a good thing, honestly, because now like everybody kind of has their own lane that they can find and go along with, as opposed to just dressing the same as everybody else. But on the contrary, it kind of feels like it can be overwhelming if you're just now getting into fashion. You really don't know what avenue to look for to kind of indulge in, just because there's so much in your face all the time. But with that aside, I did enjoy making this video, and I appreciate you guys for watching to the end. If you made it this far, I want you to go ahead and put a chain emoji. I want you to put a chain emoji, because if you put a bet, everybody gonna know, so I might not be able to tell that you made it to this point. So if you did, do that, subscribe and like the video, of course, and I'll be back to you guys with more, man. Peace.